Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talk About Houses. I'm Todd.
I'm Oana.
Okay, today we're going to do a market update to the Las Vegas real estate market.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's just start off by jumping right into the data.
Right.
Okay, so this is the real-time market profile. This is just a bunch of data. It's only for the last 3 months. This is mostly a sideways moving market when you look at this. The one thing I do think that's interesting in this, and we're going to show you this in another chart too, price per square foot, March, it was $271 was price per square feet. March, April, May is kind of where it tends to peak, and then it tends to peter out going into the summer, and then hits a low in October in most of the time. And we got another chart that'll represent this and everything. But it's up $5 a square foot, and it's July, and you can see the trend last couple of weeks. It's up. This is actually all-time high. This is the highest it's ever been. It got up to 275 at a couple years ago when we had that little bubbly thing because of interest rates, but now we're above that. And so just like we said a couple years ago, home prices moderated, right?
Right.
But if you look at everything else on this data, it's pretty much, there's nothing significantly changing. And like I said, when we go through, I think one of the interesting things is, though, if you look at relisted, the number, almost week over week, the number of homes that are getting relisted is dropping, which is pretty interesting. We have had some really good absorption, though, of homes. And we have another chart that shows that over the last few weeks, right? You're seeing that. Like, you're seeing these things are really just selling for the most part.
They are. People who are interested in selling, and they're pricing their homes somewhere close to market value, these homes are selling. We still have more buyers than we have sellers. So because of that, we are selling homes. Now, that doesn't mean that inventory isn't rising. It is, but it's rising a really minuscule amount compared to the inventory that would be required by the buyers looking in the market.
Yeah. And you look at the bottom there, it says strong sellers market. That's just a statistical analysis of all the stats, and then they just put a index on it. So sellers tend to have an advantage, and sellers still are sort of driving the ship.
Right. Yeah, and again, that's just a function of supply and demand, because we have more demand than we have supply.
Right. And I demand more supply, specifically more listings for us.
There you go.
We've sold over 3,000, but we're running out of listings because they keep selling.
Okay.
Helping too many people sell their houses. And every time they sell their house, we need somebody else to step up. So if you're up to the challenge and you have a house to sell in Las Vegas, our information will be in the description.
Okay, so help Todd with his demand, and give us a ring and let us list your home.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Fun times had by all. Price per square foot here. You can see the trend. It's the last 2 years, it's just been going up. If you look back to 2022, that was sort of a fake thing, because interest rates were just a couple months before that had been under 3. And the Fed started raising rates, and mortgage rates started anticipating and going up. And a lot of people locked rates, and people were just in a panic that, they were talking about rates going up to 8-9%, which never happened. And then saying, oh, well, we better get the house now at 4.5. I don't care if we have to bid over by 30,000. So you had, for just a few months, enough people bidding over. But if you take that out, you have a more natural sort of normal high in the normal high in the spring to the low in the fall is 3 to 4%. Home prices actually tend to drop in most markets. They go up, 8%, and they drop 3 or 4, and they go up 8%, drop 3 or 4. And if you look at the nation, we'll get a chart that shows that, do a whole video on that. That happens. So that would have happened that year probably, but it was a little exacerbated. It was more of like an 8% drop than a 3 or 4% drop.
Right. So the market fluctuates over time. However, when you're looking at the overall trend, home values tend to go up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
okay.
about it.
But the trend is pretty straightforward. If you look at this, of what's going on at least the last 5 years, and remember that back 2019 was normal market pre-pandemic. So you can see that the market in Vegas is just doing its thing. And, we've been, every place on this line, the crash bros have said the market would crash. Every place on here. 40-50% market prices are falling. Sell all your homes. Didn't happen. Inventory, Oana, this funny thing happened where this title company put out a report saying The inventory had climbed 12%.
Right.
Right. Oh my God, 12%. But ready for this? Since like April, right? It was April?
Something like that, yes.
Okay, so go look at this little chart down here. If you go all the way to the right, that little diamond is today. And then if you go back a little bit, not very much, you see where just the bottom there, that was the bottom. That little amount is 12%. They don't want to tell you it's like less than 200 houses is the two. Remember, we have 400,000 houses in Las Vegas, in the city of Las Vegas. We have 700,000 in Clark County. So if the 400,000 houses that possibly could have come on the market, 200 of them came on the market. If your job was to drive around over the course of the last 3 months and find those 200 houses on the day that they just happened to come on the market, you'd never find them. Literally, this is how ridiculous this is. But they're like, look, the inventory is increasing 12%. But here's the perspective. Look at the whole perspective. Look what inventory was doing a couple years ago or 3 years ago. Was increasing. We're nowhere near a normal market. We're still way, way depressed for inventory. What are the factors, Oana, that are causing this? Even with high, quote unquote, interest rates, because you sell $1 million homes.
So, to me, it doesn't really matter what price point you're entertaining. The issue is that there is just insufficient supply.
Okay.
Right. So because there's insufficient supply to meet the demand, we're looking at home prices continuing to appreciate. Now, does that mean that there's a lid for every pot? Well, maybe not, because people are looking for specific things, right? Maybe you're looking for a specific price point, specific neighborhood, specific features, and that sort of thing. It doesn't mean that homes don't sit on the market. It doesn't mean that every home sells. It just means that homes that are priced appropriately, that meet the needs of the buyers that are searching, will sell. And those that don't sell, then there are a couple things that happen with them, right? Some of them, the owners keep them, and some of them get refreshed in some way, whether they have improvements or they have a new price point, whatever that refresh looks like for that property, and eventually it sells, because eventually just about everything does sell.
This inventory number would have to go up to 4,000 to 5,000, I think, to be even close to a normal market. That's still probably pretty low. And we've only got 3 months. Look at that trend line. It's not going to happen. We're not going to get the type of inventory. Normally it softens quite a bit.
So the other thing that we have kind of playing in this is, to your point, that we're not going to get that elevated inventory because, we're all hearing that interest rates are coming down. So you're going to have this anticipatory purchasing, right? So you're going
Right.
to have people going out going, hey, I better get on it and go buy something before everybody else wakes up the fact that interest rates are coming down, and I'll have more competition for the homes that are available, because the number of homes that are available will not increase substantially to meet the demand. I mean, the homes that we have available now are not meeting the demand. So certainly with interest rates coming down, we're going to have even more demand, and the supply will not keep up with it.
The markets are pricing in 3 rate cuts later this year and then 5 rate cuts next year. About 1.7, 1.8% decrease in potential mortgage rates. Now, this is what I'm hearing from people. I can now see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm going to buy the house today, even though the payment may not be optimal for me. And then in a year and a half, when interest rates have dropped 1.7%, I'll refi it and just stick with that rate.
Right, and a lot of lenders have all kinds of deals out there saying that, hey, go ahead and buy today and we will do the refinance for you for free within so much time. So there are all kinds of opportunities out there for people who are looking to finance their homes, and maybe they're finding the right home, and this is an opportunity for them. Now, we know that a substantial amount of homes, certainly here in Las Vegas, are being sold cash. And so these people are not sensitive to interest rates, but they're still sensitive to what inventory we have available.
Yeah.
So that is something that is not going to be overcome by interest rates, because depending on the price point, interest rates don't make any difference. It's just the level of inventory that is the issue.
Okay, so this is market segments, and I'm going to at the bottom here, you'll see that the 3 rows are the quarters of the market, top, middle, top, second, third, and fourth quarters of the market. Now, what's interesting is if there's 4 million, we'll just say there's 400,000. Now, remember, this is only what's on the market, but let's just say that this is a direct representation of all homes available. It's not, but I'm just doing this to point something out. Let's say it's exactly a representation of all the homes in Las Vegas. So that means you have a quarter of the homes that are in that top price range and a quarter in the other 2 price ranges, right? Now, what that means is now that's 100,000 in each quarter. So you have 100,000, but in the bottom of the market, only 133 came on the market in the last week, and 111 of them were sold. So only 22 more houses added to the total inventory in that segment of the market, which is a super highly competitive market. Now, remember, just a few weeks ago, this inventory started dropping again. So we could get into a situation where inventory just sort of moves sideways, sideways, sideways. Now, Wanda, here's my question. We get inventory doesn't ever go up to 4,000 or 5,000. We're still at 25, 26, 2,700 homes in Vegas. Remember, it's just Vegas. So if you watch some other dumb channel and they go, oh, well, there's 6,000 homes on the market. They're counting Henderson, Boulder City, North Las Vegas. We're just picking Las Vegas. Okay. Juana, what happens if we have 2,800 homes on the market in October when the market starts picking up again? The buyers start coming back to buy because they usually disappear until October and then they slowly start ramping back up.
Well, I mean, so by October, we're going to have a few things going on, right? We're going to have possibly lower interest rates. And then we're going to have people coming back to purchase, to your point. So we're just not going to have the inventory for everybody who wants to purchase a home, which we haven't had that, and we're going to have even less of that. So it's going to be more competitive. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. For the most part, I just think, and I say this all the time, if you find the right house, then see what you can do to make that happen. Because the idea that the right house is going to be available when whatever other planets align for you, maybe it's not going to happen.
Right. What does your crystal ball say based on inventory and what you're seeing happening anecdotally, and the fact that interest rates will percentage-wise likely decline over the next year? A year from now, home prices, we saw that $276 a square foot. Would you say they would be more, less, or the same?
So, providing that nothing happens
weird politically
or otherwise,
globally, all of the things being held equal.
Yes, without any craziness, which is kind of hard in today's world. We probably anticipate home prices continuing their incremental increase, right?
Okay.
Because we're anticipating more demand and still insufficient inventory.
Builders are underbuilding.
They are.
Despite what people said, the thousands of homes in Las Vegas that were just sitting there waiting, they were like never happened. No, they don't happen. People are actually, they're not happening. What else? What else do we have? Any other anecdotal or interesting information about the market before we do our update next week?
So inventory is rising, which means that there's an opportunity for you out there, if you're looking for a home, to find the right home. So you have more homes to consider. So there are opportunities for you out there. So if you're looking for a home, please consider using our services. We'd love to help you purchase a home. Even if you are not using our services, we wish you the best with your home hunting. If you're thinking of selling, please get in touch with us. We'd love to help you sell your home. We appreciate everybody watching. Leave us your comments and tell us what your experience is, whether it's here in Las Vegas or somewhere else. We like hearing from you. And we'll see you on the next video. Oh, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video, and love the video.
Love the video. All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.